Well, hello, you beautiful entrepreneurs and small business owners. We are nearing the end of this podcast series for Setback to Comeback Resilience in Your Business. This is podcast number 8. We have one more left after this one, and we will conclude the series. Welcome back to Influence and Growth Mastery, the podcast where we explore strategies to help you as an entrepreneur build resilience and achieve your success. So I'm Tonya Gossage, and today we're discussing how to measure your resilience and success in your business. We're going to dive into the metrics that matter and how to use those to ensure that you're on the right track. And we're going to measure what matters. So let's go ahead and dive into this and get started. I hope you are as excited as I am. Today is Wednesday. It's beautiful outside. We have had treacherous rainfall here in Arkansas. And I have to tell you, yesterday was scary. Our cabin was within just inches of flooding, which was extremely scary. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So why should we measure, or why measuring resilience is important? Well, we should measure resilience in our business because what gets measured gets managed. I'm sure you've heard that before. And what gets measured, what gets managed, gets done. I know that's so true from all of those years that I spent in the corporate world. I know that when I followed up, I reviewed the reports, things got done as long as I followed up with my people and held them accountable, as long as I also kept myself accountable. So measuring resilience, it's not really just about tracking though. It's about how we actually bounce back from the setbacks. It's about understanding how effectively your business adapts, how it grows, and how it thrives in the face of all of the challenges that we go through. So let me ask you, do you remember a time where you've experienced an extremely rough patch? Or maybe you're going through one of those now. Sales were down, morale is low, whether it's with you or whether it's with your team. You feel stuck and you're just struggling. I've been there. I've been where you are. And you just needed to realize that you needed to just to pull back a little bit and evaluate things, maybe measure things, maybe financial metrics, maybe tweak your sales metrics, maybe it's your time management metrics. What is it that you need to understand about the underlying factors about what's going on in your business? And I know that when I actually dig down deep into those things, and when I was in corporate, I dug down and started looking at employee engagement, looking at retention rates, innovation metrics, started making shifts where shifts needed to be made in myself, in my team, and now, excuse me, in my business. Those shifts in focus help me identify the areas where I need to improve and turn things around. Even being able just to, excuse me, I need a drink. My apologies. The weather changing keeps me needing to drink a lot. Stay hydrated. But measuring resilience helps you to pinpoint what's working, what's not working, and where you need to make adjustments to keep your business on the path of growth. I'll tell you that as I caregave for my dad, I've told you I had to give many things up. I had to massively adjust things. And many of those adjustments have been great for my business, moving me in a direction that initially I didn't want to go. I fought it, but it's been the best thing ever for me. That setback was a mighty comeback for me. And it has set my business on a path of great growth. Making more now in some days than I made in a week. So you just never know what can happen to you, can set you forward on a different path. You just need to have the right attitude to set back and look at the whole thing and decide the metrics that you need to look at and the things that you need to maybe put in place to understand what is going on in your business, in your personal life. And I want to take just a moment and tell you that if you've not already taken the opportunity, because it's going to pass here week after next, that if you've not gotten the ebook, Setback to Comeback, Cultivating Resilience in Your Business, grab that now. It's going to be in the show notes, but grab it and take a review. Work through it. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Join the Facebook group, Influence and Growth Mastery. I'm getting ready to start a program with inside the group on, well, I don't want to share. I don't want to share that yet. I'm not quite ready, but happening probably within the next week. But just join the group. You'll get the information there. But let's go back to talking about the key metrics for measuring resilience. You should be tracking various different things in your business. Again, employee engagement, if you have employees, and their satisfaction. Always be surveying them, polling them, gauging their morale, your own morale, motivation, and engagement levels. High engagement usually indicates a resilient culture. You also want to make sure that you know where your clients and your customers are. Are they satisfied with what's going on, what you're putting out? Are you retaining those clients and those customers? Are they happy? Are they loyal? Track your net promoter score and those retention rates. Make sure that you are still meeting the expectations that your public or that your audience is expecting. And if not, they're not grabbing your things as often as you want, find out why, what you need to do to change. People will tell you if you just ask. And what about operational flexibility? Measure how quickly and effectively that your business can adapt to change. That's one thing I feel like I'm a master at, because when I was in corporate, I've shared with you before, we would be halfway through, three-fourths way through a project, and we would get the word that we're going 360 and changing courses, and it would frustrate us to no end. And I would have to maintain such a positive attitude to tell my 22 staff members who would just be like, what the heck? What is going on? Why again? We've put through so much effort, but you have to be flexible. You have to be flexible. And in the entrepreneurial world, oftentimes we put the bait out there today to see if it's something that our audience wants before we spend so much time working on it. Because we want to make sure that it's going to work and it's going to sell, or people are going to take the free offer before we ever spend the time doing it. Thankfully, we have that ability, that luxurious opportunity to do that in our space today. But track the number of new ideas that you have, the projects that you want to work on, and all of the improvements that you've implemented. I've not tracked that journey, honestly, the improvements that I've made other than up here. And I have a pretty good memory, but years down the road, I might not. I need to track those. But I do have a list of projects and ideas that I want to implement. I'm not so good about going back and marking them off, but I am trying to do much better. Trello boards are the best thing ever for me. I have so many Trello boards. I use them for many, many, many things, but it's just a huge resource for me. But I need to use them to track improvements that I've made because I use them for everything else, it seems like. But you do want to track all of these various different metrics. And innovation, when you're somebody that can innovate and put together new ideas, new projects, improvements in your business, you want to test those. And you do want to know what works, what doesn't work, so that you can do more of the same. If something works and it sells, or somebody takes multiple offers of that freebie that you're giving out, do more like that, because you know that is something that your audience is after. Have a high rate of innovation. When you do, you have such a forward-thinking business. I'm such a visionary. I'm such a strategic thinker. I'm always looking ahead. What can I do to make more impact on people? What can I do to help move people forward? What can I give my people to help them be successful? How can I change people's lives? And if you track these metrics, you're going to start seeing a very clear picture of where you are in your business and how you're impacting people and the direction that you need to go in the future. I have to tell you, knowing these things, seeing these things, hearing these things, these testimonials from people, it makes me fulfilled. It makes me happy. It makes me know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. It helps me foster a culture of continuous improvement in my business. It helps me to evaluate everything setback that I have, to want to understand how can I come back from that. And I want that same thing for you. I want you to be able to drill down into what's not working and find the resources or the help or the mentor or the coach or the custom GPT, whatever it takes to set your feet back in alignment with your business and to help you move forward down the road of success. I want that more than probably you do for yourself. I sometimes, when working with people, I get frustrated because I feel like I do want that success for you more than you do. And then I lay down at night thinking, why? Why won't they do what I tell them to do? When I know how easy it can be, but you got to want it. You have to want it. You have to keep up with your own metrics. You have to have a desire to want to move forward. Data is only as valuable if you use it to drive your decisions. So we're going to talk about some tips on how you can leverage metrics extremely effectively. And first of all, you know what this first one is. It's setting clear goals. And everybody says that they know how to set goals. And yesterday I was in a Zoom meeting, and the particular guy was listening to ask people to put their goals in the chat after he just discussed what specific goals were. And I can't tell you how many people he had to correct and said, that's not specific. I want to know how many of those you want to sell, by when. What are your goals? Align your metrics with your specific strategic goals. Know where you want to be by when. Know how much money you want to make by when. What does that look like? What does that end goal look like? How long is it going to take you? What do you need to do? I've been refining mine just recently, coming back from the setback I've had of caregiving, because it looks different now than it did 6 months ago. That looked different than it did a year ago. We have to sometimes constantly refine what those goals are, but you have to know the metrics, and they have to be specific. And you have to regularly review and adjust them. Make that your habit. Every month, look at your chart, look at your metrics. Don't be afraid to pivot. It's your course. It's your course of action. And it only should matter to you. Although I take a vested interest and it matters to me, but it ultimately, the end goal should matter to you. Communicate your results with your team if you have a team, so that they can help you get there. But if you're just a team of one, share it with your family so that they can help you get there. Over the weekend, I have this product that I sell, and I make $100 for every one of them that I sell. And my family all pitched in when they saw the huge results that I was getting from this. And they pitched in and were helping me. They're on my team. They're on my team. You will have people who get behind you and will help you. When you share, you foster transparency, you foster trust, and you foster collaboration. People want to help you. People have your back. They want to help. But you have to have the data to help inform your decisions. And you have to create a culture within your own business that values growth and adaptability, that keeps you moving towards improvement every single day. But then you have to incorporate a reflecting process on your progress and then celebrate that success. There's no win too small or too big to celebrate. I celebrated all weekend. Every time I sold one of these items, I was texting my family because I was excited. I was excited. You get excited about what you're doing, and it will drive momentum in you to push forward. Reflect on your progress. Celebrate your successes. Again, no matter how small, it doesn't matter. If you made $10, I purchased something yesterday from an affiliate that was $10 and she made $10. She was excited and I was excited for her. That win is huge because $10 upon $10 upon $10 adds up. Measure your resilience. It's more than numbers. It's the story. It's the story behind the data that helps you build a stronger and more adaptable business. I want to thank you for joining me today on this episode, Influence and Growth Mastery. I hope you found this discussion on measuring resilience and success insightful. I hope that you found some actionable tips that you can incorporate in your life and in your business. Don't forget to download the free ebook and hit that subscribe button. And if you liked this episode, you know what to do. Hit the thumbs up. I love you guys. And until next week, have a phenomenal journey in your business. Bye.